Have you been keeping up with Boba Fett?
Yeah, I finished it today.
We should do that sometime as well. I don't know if the other two have been watching
I feel like we come to blows judging by your tweet earlier on.
Did you not like it?
I thought the best episodes are the one with the Mandalorian in them.
No, so did I. I just thought the actual show was structured a lot better. I don't like the Mandalorian thing of going planet to planet, meeting a character, doing a side objective for him, and then just doing the same thing every episode. So I sort of liked this felt more, I don't know, just structured better.
Yeah.
Mandalorian feels like a video game to me. And I'm like, I'd rather play this if it's going to be like this. More interesting. But definitely the Mandalorian stuff was easily the best part. I feel because of all the cameos they did in like the last two episodes, this last episode was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, get what you mean.
Because I think my expectation was like, I mean, who else could fucking pop up? And it wasn't really a war. It was definitely, you could tell it was like not a movie. Because though this war was, confined to this one street pretty much.
It's like 20 people.
Basically, yeah.
And then two big droids turn up.
Yeah, they looked like the, what's it called? From RoboCop.
Oh, I've not seen RoboCop.
No, I can't remember what the fuck it's called. Right, what do you want to do first, Moonfall or Jackass? Get the shit out of the way first, and then.
Yeah, I feel like the Jackass video is gonna be weird because.
What can we really say?
It's hard. It's hard to be like this is a good or a bad movie.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No. We'll get to it. We'll do.
We'll do Moonfall first then.
All right.
I saw someone. I was on Letterboxd just now, and someone rated this 4.5 stars.
Oh.
And I can't tell if they were being serious or not. And they called it the thinking man's Don't Look Up. Now, I've not seen Don't Look Up.
I saw that as well.
But I don't think that's true.
No. I can't say I agree. Right, guys. Welcome back to another Keeping It Real review. Just me and Rhys today to talk about Moonfall because Calvin and Jack have the sense to stay the hell away from this one. Is it about time we start referring to Roland Emmerich as an auteur? Because all of his films are such a specific brand of terrible. And they're very, you really can tell when it's a Roland Emmerich movie. Because this, to me, the first half felt very much like 2012, where it's just front-loaded with that exposition and the family melodrama and the stepdad trope and all that.
Like I said, without spoiling too much, I can buy everything that happens on Earth. I think it's kind of believable and that he did some sort of research into it. And then as soon as they get to the moon, I just lose it.
I'll do a quick, the quick plot synopsis, I guess, is a mysterious force knocks the moon from its orbit around Earth and sends it hurtling on a collision course with us. And as we're trying to figure out how to stop this, send the moon back, we discover its very strange history and origin. The moon is not the moon. We'll get to that later when we do spoilers. But when we came out of this, Rhys, we were a bit. I didn't really know how I felt, and then as the days have gone on, I think I've got a more rounded opinion on Moonfall, and that opinion is it sucks. It's really bad. It's really bad.
I said it's a fun movie, but it's not a good movie.
Honestly, I was trying to think back, and I was like, I actually don't know how much fun I was having because we watched Jackass immediately after.
Yeah, I surprisingly,
I'm having fun now.
Didn't like anyone who goes to cinema with me knows if I'm not enjoying a film, I just audibly sigh. Yeah. You just hear me sigh. I don't think I actually sighed during this film because I was like, you know what, it's so stupid, but I was like, but I'm entertained.
I had to keep reminding myself. I was like, it's fine. It's only 2 hours. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Just sit through this movie, because I sometimes, if I'm watching a really boring movie, I'm watching it, I'm like, oh god, I could be doing so many other things right now.
I think it's because I knew.
Is this really enriching me?
I was like, oh, this isn't very good, but I was like, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter,
because we're watching Jackass afterwards.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was.
I feel like if it was the only film we went to see that day, I'd be like, I've wasted 2 hours of my life. But I was like, no, it's fine, because
we'll get to the good stuff.
I'm going to enjoy the next one we see. But like I said, I had fun at times. I laughed at certain times. It just goes a bit off the rails, doesn't it? In the last
half, maybe
half hour, 40 minutes.
I definitely sort of like the last 45 minutes, because I remember I looked at my watch because I was convinced this was going to wrap up in the next 15 minutes. Yeah, and I was like, oh god.
So when they go to the moon, you think, right, it's almost done now, because they're on their way to the moon.
Yeah.
And then they get to the moon, and that something else happens, and you go, oh, okay, it's not almost done. There's more.
There's so much more. So the first half of this film is really, it reminded me of 2012, where it is just a lot of this family drama, and there's too many characters, and I don't care about any of them really. And like
everyone's divorced.
That's why we sold the house. So Halle Berry's there. I like Halle Berry. I like Patrick Wilson. Who else is in this movie?
I don't know the British guy's name.
Oh, John Bradley from Game of Thrones.
He was good.
Sort of annoying, but
for the character they gave him. Like, I think Calvin pointed out, it doesn't work that he's like the scientific mind behind it all, and also the comic relief.
Yeah,
you can't quite take him. I feel like you're not supposed to take him seriously because of this theory he has is like ridiculous, but also right.
I love it when you get like a conspiracy theorist in these movies, and they've got this idea and this discovery, and then you're like, well, how, with their endless resources, did NASA also not figure this out?
Yeah. And is that a real thing?
I don't know, man. No.
Are there actually like what are they called? Mega structurists? Are they real?
I don't know. I wasn't that interested in this movie to go and research it after.
I might have to, because
maybe after this, go and have a look.
It's got to be based in
and let me know. It wouldn't surprise me if it isn't, though. Not at all. But I mean, we'll go into spoilers now, because that's where all the actual interesting things happen. This movie's not good. If you want to, grab a couple of beers and go laugh at something for a couple hours, there's more boring shit to watch, but there's a lot better stuff out right now. Maybe don't waste your time seeing Moonfall. Do you feel the same, Rhys?
Yeah. If you've got some money to burn, go to the cinema and watch it, because
don't burn it. Just watch Moonfall.
Not for the movie itself, but cinemas, keep them going. But yeah, otherwise just wait till it inevitably comes on. I don't know, Prime. I'll probably pick it up.
Probably.
It's kind of shit you see on there.
Right. Let's get into spoilers then, because second half of this movie, this really opens up and becomes something I didn't really expect. I didn't want. I don't know how I felt about it.
One set of aliens on the moon, surprising enough. Two sets of aliens on the moon.
Yeah, so like our antagonist is sort of this tech-based alien. It's sort of like a swarm, like a hive mind type situation. They're very vague beings. It's artificial intelligence, isn't it?
It's basically
evolved.
Alexa.
It's Alexa. If we go too far.
Yeah, but she went mad.
Yeah. Oh, mine's looking at me right now. Don't get any ideas.
It's like, what are you saying?
Don't pipe up. And then we learn that the moon is in fact one of these mega structures, which, it's not the moon. It's not what we thought. It is housing. Is it? What again is it? Oh, it's housing a white dwarf.
A white dwarf, and then the people who built the mega structures are
like humans, our ancestors who are much more evolved than we are like,
and they
in terms
created
of
this
technology.
AI, and then that AI tried to kill them. So they built lots of megastructures, lots of moons, but only one got away. And then
Right, yeah. I
they
don't know how
all
you're remembering this.
they all died, but somehow humans were still born on Earth.
Yeah,
They were like,
well,
we all,
that's why our moon is there, isn't it? They
yeah.
came in that and they found this planet, and
But
now
they were saying,
this
but then it caught us and we all died, but there were still people born on Earth, and I don't get.
I can't remember to save the life of me.
So are humans aliens? Like in this story, is it?
Well, from a certain point of view, I guess
Is
we
it like
are
that?
aliens.
Yeah, because they create. I mean that. I'm thinking about it now. Does that? So I'm assuming they created the Earth, and everything from there was how it is. So did they make the dinosaurs first?
Oh man, I don't know, because I was sort of waiting to see dinosaurs.
Yeah, was that
And
like something they
nothing
were
happened.
like?
I was like, when did we get here then?
Yeah, I don't.
I'm guessing we got here after the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
God, I don't know. Did you see Independence Day Resurgence?
Oh yeah, I did, but
Yeah.
I don't remember much of it.
Well, yeah, I was trying to remember it. I went back and watched a couple of the trailers. I think like we think the enemy at first is this like white ball thing, and then it turns out that's like the good guy, and it's holding all these secrets about the universe and stuff.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember that. Yeah.
so when we got to the second half of Moonfall, and we've been this, a bunch of exposition thrown at us about where we've come from, what the moon actually is, blah blah blah. It just felt like that again. So this movie just felt like a really shitty mashup between two awful movies.
Like I said, I think
2012 and Independence Day
they
2.
were both okay concepts, but I feel like he started writing one film and then started writing another one.
Yeah.
And then just kind of went, I'll put them both together. Because if it was just about the moon falling, because it'd be thrown off its orbit by whatever, not aliens, just some freak thing.
Yeah.
And it was about surviving that, then I think that could make an interesting movie.
I thought that was the movie we were getting.
Yeah, and then if there was a film where there was actually aliens on the moon and they were trying to invade us, that also sounds like a good movie.
Yeah.
But not at the same time.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. One thing about Roland Emmerich's action is when, because he does a lot of these disaster movies, he keeps the action very wide, and it's always from far away. And I realized it more in Moonfall than anything else, that I guess, and in the last Independence Day as well, it just feels so impersonal because we're not really seeing characters that we're following in these situations, when it's just random cities being dragged up and stuff. And it just, again, when we watched Godzilla versus Kong, and I had that revelation of when I was watching it, I was like, God, I'm looking at nothing. I also had that during this. I was like, this, oh God, it's sort of just insulting to the eyes sometimes.
Yeah, I guess he's trying to. I guess he was.
I guess he's
the
trying
thing
to
of
keep
like
it,
trying to make it like, look how big this is. Look how.
And I think he's trying to keep it light as well, so it never gets too heavy.
Yeah, like he does like pep, like he sprinkles jokes in there, and I think like some of the humor worked pretty well. Some of it was a bit cheap, like when that guy was like, "I can't be an astronaut. I have IBS."
Yeah, it's when they keep jokes running for a bit too long.
If he just said like, "I have high functioning anxiety," I could believe that, because it shows in the character.
Yeah, this man has not farted once during
when
this
he's
movie.
like, "Oh, I can't go like IBS." He's not. We've not had any reference. We've never seen him come out of a bathroom. If they've like slid in every now and again, that he's always shooting off to go to the toilet, then I'd be like, oh, but he was just like, oh yeah, I might shit myself.
You're right, Rhys. It was a left turn. It came out of nowhere. That was the twist in this movie that I didn't see coming.
Also, it made me laugh that they went to this thing inside the moon.
Yeah.
And also they crashed their little shuttle.
Uh-huh.
And then they come out and they're surrounded by this like all these alien like fighter jet type things.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we'll just get back in this.
I also had that thought.
Why would you not take
something fucking
alien fighter
cool
jets with guns on them? Because they show there's guns on them later on.
Yeah.
But you get this little tiny shitty shuttle thing.
I don't know, man. I just thought it was also when we did get to that end and we're just sort of, flying around the moon or inside the moon even. I just thought it was so visually just uninteresting. Like even the bad guy is just this sort of black sludge.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it looked like when you used to have the magnet like sand. Do you ever play with that?
Yeah.
It looked like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah.
So I never felt any danger. I never felt any thrills. I
feel like before
waiting for it to end.
So he did Day After Tomorrow and he did 2012, didn't he?
Yeah.
I've not seen them, but I imagine they're kind of more based in reality. Like Day After Tomorrow is all about global warming.
Yeah,
and 2012 is also about global warming.
Yeah, because it was the whole Mayan calendar 2012 world ending. Yeah.
It's so weird that he did that. And then
goes to this.
Yeah, I know he's done Independence
feels like a
Day.
Weird mashup between those type of films and Independence Day. He's trying to squish them both together. It didn't really work for me because of, like you said, it felt like two separate concepts thrown together.
He could have made it an environmental thing again or whatever, but he just was like, nah, aliens, isn't it?
It seemed honestly, because it sounds like the easiest solution to that problem. Oh, how are we going to get the Moonfall? Aliens.
It's like he was sat there and he was like, what can I do? What can I do? And like a child walked in and went, aliens. And he went, oh yeah.
Thanks. That'll do,
yeah.
Right, Rhys, out of 5, what's your rating for Moonfall?
Well, what did I think I rated it like, I did it on Letterboxd. I think I did like 2.5. It wasn't very high.
2.5. I'm at a 2. I've had much worse times in the cinema. I did check my watch a few times. It's not very good, but I mean, it's better than Independence Day 2 was, because that I actively wanted to leave. So
yeah, I really don't remember that.
Yeah, try not to. It's not very good. Even though I rewatched the trailer, and the trailer for that movie is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's not the worst film I've seen. I've seen a worse film this year than Moonfall.
Already?
Yeah, we watched Bloodline.
What is that?
It's a film with Sean William Scott, and he is a school counselor, who goes after the people who are abusing his kids that he counsels. He goes after like the people who are abusing them and just kills them.
Oh,
and it sounds like a really good. The trailer for it made it look really good. And I watched it and I was
it's
like,
the Netflix movie.
It's on Netflix, yeah. I don't think it was by Netflix, but it's on Netflix. And yeah, it was terrible.
Well, also with our recommendation to not check out Moonfall,
don't
check out Bloodline.
So if you're gonna watch Moonfall, watch Bloodline first, and then Moonfall once in so bad.
Right, guys, that's it for our review of Moonfall. If you're listening on YouTube, then let us know down below in the comments what you thought of the movie. Also, like and subscribe. If you're listening on another streaming platform, then rate, like, follow, all that good stuff. Really helps us out. Until next time, keep it real.